you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow.
Ooh, Garmin, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. My beard's getting kind of long. It kind of gets stuck in the microphone sometimes, and it hurts when it pulls out.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The beard is beautiful. You didn't like today when I gathered up your beard hairs and put them in a pile in the car?
Yeah, that's really gross.
It's your hairs.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah, but you're not supposed to be touching my hairs, especially once it's
oh my God, don't even get me
my
started.
face.
Yeah, but your hairs, I find them in my shirts and I find them in my socks and my clothes. You got a lot of beard going on right now.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
I mean, does it bother you?
Not really.
Well, then whatever.
Today at breakfast, I had runny eggs,
Yeah.
and they were getting everywhere, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was gross.
Well, I don't understand when you go for breakfast why they feel like one napkin is enough for a person. Like, why wouldn't you always bring more napkins to the table? That keeps you from having to go back a second time and get more napkins.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody like me, I need more than one napkin.
Mm-hmm.
I need at least 3 of those super thick napkins or about 15 of the flimsy ones.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I don't know why a lot of places, they just give you the napkin with your
I feel
silverware.
like you don't know how to use napkins.
Kind of
like
to use them?
toilet paper.
Oh, my God. You feel like I don't know how to use toilet paper?
No.
Oh, my God. Me and Kirk always have this toilet paper debate because
You want the cheap stuff.
I want the cheap stuff because there's more tissue on a roll.
Uh-huh.
It lasts longer. You get Scott tissue, it's 1,000 sheets
But if you
per
look
roll.
at the bag, it says because it's the double ply, it's got the same amount of tissue as 4 rolls.
Yeah, but I don't know. It don't work. I pretty much clogged the toilet up last night with that Charmin, and then I had to plunge the toilet.
Right. Serves you right.
Because I don't know how to use the good tissue because I grew up on the cheap tissue.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to figure out what to do. I try to use less, but I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Girls use more tissue than guys in general.
Right.
So you don't know our struggles. Girls have it hard.
Girls got it easy.
Oh my God, no,
Men
we
have
don't.
it hard.
Mm-mm. You're funny.
So on the comments section of last week's episode, a friend of ours, Anthony, he commented that for this Thanksgiving, because we talk about what we're gonna do for Thanksgiving this year, if we're gonna eat here or like do something else.
Right.
He said I need to find a new White Castle recipe, but instead of me making it, you know how we did the stuffing last year.
Oh, I don't want to think about that anymore. I can't.
Instead of me making whatever the recipe will be, you can make it. So that way you can make it the way that you want to do it.
Anthony, let me just respond to that comment right now. I don't want to make a White Castle Thanksgiving recipe. You don't understand what that recipe is.
Oh, come on.
You don't
It's not that
understand.
bad.
I can't believe what Kirk did with that Thanksgiving recipe.
I feel like if we did
It was atrocious.
if we did White Castle stuffing again this year, it would be a lot better because there's a White Castle right there.
Well, you didn't even put no effort into it.
I put a lot of effort into it.
You just mixed. No, because I went to the store and you was like, okay, well, while you're going to the store, then I'm going to, I had to go to the Hilltop and a couple places. That was the only places that was open. I had to find a place to get things for, the last few things for Thanksgiving dinner. And you said, okay, while you're gone, I'm going to get in the kitchen and do my part.
Yeah, because you don't let me in there. I had to work quick, Carmen.
I know, but Kirk, you can't rush. Okay, first off, White Castle need to stop giving out recipes, and they need to stop doing stuff.
I saw one for a lasagna.
See, they're doing things. Y'all need to stop doing that. Like, just keep it what it is. It's burgers that make you shit on yourself, and that's it. It don't need to be a stuffing in a lasagna. That's craziness. Oh my, I can't. I'm so disgusted with that stuffing that you made, and I'm just like, so we can't eat this. Like, it's not this. This can't do anything but go in the garbage.
Right.
And then you're like, you're rude. You threw it in the garbage. Yeah. Well, you can't eat it.
You can though.
And I don't even think the birds would have ate it.
Yes, they would have.
And they eat
had
everything.
All the good stuff. I had it. It was fine.
It was bad, Kurt.
It was not bad.
Kurt, you didn't put no effort into it. Oh my God, it wasn't even like all the way crumbled up. It was like big pieces of
That's why you gotta
burgers.
do it. That's why you gotta do it this
time.
time.
And it wasn't no White Castle there, so it was frozen White Castle. It's like, this is craziness. I couldn't believe you did that. But then you got mad at me. You're like, I'm not helping cook no more because you threw my food away. And
Well,
it wasn't food.
Only one that was probably strike 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very mean about my cooking abilities, and so that I don't do that for you anymore.
I know. I want Kirk to cook more food and like do more cool things because he does have really good things that he's good at in the kitchen. Making desserts is amazing. I think that you have some cool stuff, but maybe I'm difficult a little bit.
A lot of it.
Like, he made me eggs one morning for my breakfast sandwich, but they were like over hard, and I want it over easy. So I'll just remake the egg, but I kept everything else.
Right.
And you're like, oh, fuck off. You're going to remake my egg? Well, it's not the right way.
It's ridiculous. Just don't say anything and they eat it.
Oh my God. I can't see. That's how you are. You just chill, and you're so easygoing, and like, you don't make waves about stuff, which I love you for that. I'm sorry. I'm just a little more difficult when it comes to food, I guess. And like, what you were telling me about your experience at Chipotle
yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday it's Friday, got off of work, and I didn't really want to make anything when I came home. Well, I went to the grocery store. I went to Kroger, and people were freaking out about the entryway exit.
They were
again.
having a whole
this man was yelling at the little kid that worked at the line, and I was like, I gotta get out of this Kroger. And so then I was gonna go to Chipotle, and there were these like 3 people like in line, and this guy, he ordered a burrito, and he wanted like everything on there, and he kept saying like, and then this, and then this, and then this. And by the time it was done, it was just a mountain of food. And this, 16-year-old girl, she couldn't fold the burrito. See, if they was at Qdoba, they'd be able to fold that burrito. Guarantee it.
Oh, Qdoba, they get the special training.
Chipotle, they didn't even have queso for the longest time for their burritos. Chipotle behind the game. It's all about Qdoba.
And so these people are yelling at this girl.
These people are yelling at the girl because the first guy, they couldn't, and there's these 3 people in line, because you walk up to the state, you tell the people what they want, and they make it, right? And then they come back around. And
right.
They do the next person. And kind of like a Subway. And they, the one guy, he was upset that his burrito couldn't get folded. And then he looks into the lady that's with him. He looks into her burrito, and he says, there's a piece of foil in there. Like, he looks like through the sneeze guard. And the lady, he's like, there's foil in there. And then the girl's like, I'm not going to get it. They start yelling. The one woman's got her hand over the sneeze guard, pointing at it. And I just walk out.
Because you can handle it no
more. I was
more.
just like, no, this is enough. Because, okay, you deal with those 3 people.
Right.
And then the 4th burrito that you got to make. It's not gonna be good. You're gonna be like over it. Maybe if I came back in like half an hour,
I don't know. I feel like you think too much into it. I think that like you told me, you said everyone's eating eaten a piece of foil before. Like, don't even worry about it. But like, no.
No, I didn't say that. I say it like that.
No, but you made it seem like it's not a big deal. It's just a little piece of foil in there.
You've eaten foil before.
I'm sure, but I'm not knowingly or wanting to do it.
No, I understand that.
So if you see it gotta get out of there.
Yeah,
girl.
it's gotta go out of there.
Yeah, I get the part about by the time she got to your burrito, she probably would have been over it. She probably just slapped that shit right on there.
What do you want? What do you want? Yeah.
But see, like okay, so you left Kroger because you didn't want to deal with that, and then you left. Yeah. Then you go to Chipotle because you left there because you didn't want to deal with that.
Right.
It's like, just deal with it. People are difficult. You just gotta like the reason why I feel like
I don't need that in my life, Carmen.
I know you just don't want to deal with it, but for me, I am those people, so it's easier for me to deal with the situations. It's like I go to Chipotle. And Kirk knows because he comes with me, and I'm pretty sure you're annoyed when you go to Chipotle with me as well. And so I agree with this guy in this burrito, this girl not being able to wrap this burrito. I go to Chipotle, get in line. They put full scoops of everything. So they're like, what kind of rice you want? What kind of beans you want? Full scoops. And I'm like, you're not going to be able to close that burrito because I want guacamole and lettuce and sour cream and cheese in it as well as maybe some salsa. So if you put a whole scoop of all that stuff in there, you're not going to be able to close it. So what did I say when I go up there? First started, I tell the boy, half scoop of everything so you can close it at the end. I'm very specific. He's like, I just want to make sure you get your money's worth. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking a simple question. Please don't put a full scoop of everything in a burrito.
Right.
He did the first scoop right. Second scoop was fine. After
the
that,
bean scoop was bad.
After that, he just completely forgot what I just told him. He put all this food into this burrito, and then at the end he couldn't close it. And I was like, I just told you that. I literally just fucking told you that not to do that. Now the burrito can't close. And then I'm the difficult one.
You are.
When I just gave you simple instruction at that, and you couldn't follow it.
Right.
If you can't follow simple instruction, like I don't understand what you think you're gonna become in life. If somebody tell you to put a half scoop and you can't remember to put a half scoop, and they're standing right in front of you. So yeah, I agree with that guy. You can't close the burrito, and you work at a burrito closing place, girl.
Right. She's like, I'm just here for the bowls. Yeah.
That's my specialty. Putting it in the bowl.
Bowls real good.
So I'm like, well, maybe she'll be better at sweeping the floor. Make her the house cleaner or something. But if you can't close the burrito, I don't trust you can clean the toilet properly either.
But this guy, he wasn't just talking to the one girl. Like the one girl had his burrito, and then the other girl was starting the other woman's burrito, right?
Right.
So they were getting, it was too much.
I got such beef with Chipotle that I just agree with.
It's so bad.
I agree with everybody acting crazy in Chipotle. I got so much beef with
Chipotle. They got a nice logo though, you know? It looks like classic.
It does. It looked like a Chipotle pepper. But every time you go in there, they can't close my burrito. Yeah. And it's just like, now I don't want to I like the food there, but now I don't want to get it because nobody want a burrito that's half open. Right. It's like, that's a huge taco at that point. Yeah. So, I don't know. I get it. I think it's hilarious.
Mark it off the list.
Yeah.
One more place we can't go.
Yeah. We always do that. We go places and we're like,
because the idea of it's like so nice. Yeah. You know, like I wouldn't mind a burrito. You know, their salsa, their hot salsa that they have is decent. You know,
I like the food there. It's just that if they can't close the burrito, then I don't want it. Burritos are supposed to be handheld food. Right. I don't want to have to eat it with a fork and knife. So if I have to, I might as well get the bowl if I'm gonna do that. So it's not very difficult, guys. Just do better. Everybody do better. Right. Like, man, can you imagine if I went to work and I decided that, I'm gonna make this steak medium well, even though it was asked medium rare. They're gonna send it back and I gotta redo it.
Right.
But
they want it what way? Oh, I don't want it.
But then when I ask for burrito closed and then they don't do it, can I just say I don't want that? Start over? Then I'm rude for doing that. But like I didn't order it like that. You know what I mean?
Right. You ever see the movie Hell or High Water?
No.
these two Texas Rangers are they're in a diner, and the waitress walks up to them and is like, "Okay, so we got 2 sweet teas," and then she's like, "Okay, what don't you want?" And then they're like, "What?" And then she's like, "Well, I've been working here for 22 years, and people." They get the T-bone steak, and they either don't want the green beans or they don't want the coleslaw. So what don't you want? So they didn't even get to order anything, and they're like, I don't want green beans.
Yeah,
so like she just did their job for them. You know?
Yeah, because I don't even got time for your.
Hey, what don't you
shit.
want? It's so funny.
When we were in Portland, and we would go to our favorite diner there. It was an old lady who worked there, and she was not playing no games. She had
Miss
been
Portland?
there. Yeah, Miss Portland Diner. She had been there for years, and so she would hurry up. What's your order? Like, I'm not coming back to ask you. You need to have your order now. I got your drinks. I brought your drinks back. Now, where you have your order?
Yeah.
Okay. Your order is this. After a certain amount of allotted time that she gave you, she bring boxes in the check. And she doesn't say no rush whenever you want.
No,
she just drops it real
slaps it
fast
on the table
like
and there you
hurry up and get out.
Yeah.
Because I need to make my money and I need the next table.
Right.
I mean, but she brought everything you wanted and she made sure you were taken care of. She just was a no nonsense person.
Nope.
Like Moses.
Ready? Okay, no, I'm not ready.
She was a little Moses.
And you're Moses. You will say that you're ready, and then you won't be ready.
I'm never ready. I'm difficult.
And then you say, okay, you go ahead, and then I'll order my stuff, and then you're like, that was too fast. You want me to order slowly?
No, I mean, I don't know. I am difficult sometimes.
A lot of the time.
I'm super indecisive when it comes to ordering food. And like this morning we go to breakfast. I ordered the wrong thing. I should have ordered with my first mind and got
We're at a
omelet.
diner, right?
Right.
You wanted a sandwich. You're like, oh, they got a corned beef sandwich on there.
I haven't been able to get a nice. In Detroit, we have corned beef houses where you can get beautiful corned beef sandwiches with a huge pickle and everything. And at this place, I've been just craving like a good corned beef sandwich. So I go for the corned beef sandwich, and it was so bad.
It looked like it was lunch meat on there.
It was so bad, and I'm just like, man. So I had a horrible meal this morning because I picked the wrong thing.
Yeah. My meal, on the other hand, a chef's kiss. It was exquisite. It was so good.
Yeah, but you order the same thing a lot, like the country fried steak and eggs. Like that's a pretty classic dish, I think.
Right.
But yeah, I guess we could have just went to Bob Evans.
Should have.
Yeah, we should just go to Bob Evans.
But not. I wouldn't have liked it there.
Yeah, you don't like the Bob.
So gross.
Bob Evans. I mean, it's what, a classic place.
It's just a cheap chain.
It's a little Denny's type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's Bob Evans. What you expect?
Yeah.
So we have this lady who lives a couple houses down from us, and she's like the cat lady. Like, I believe I'm not sure if she feeds the outside cats, and that's why they hang around her. But she lets them in her house, so I would assume that like the cat is hers, but it's an outside cat, and she feeds it and everything. But recently I was going out there, and I didn't see the cat that's normally there. Like, where's that cat at? But then I see the other brown, a little scary looking cat. Now he's sleeping where the other cat's sleeping. I'm like, where's the other cat? It's like, what is this lady doing with these cats? Is she swapping out cats? Did she kill the other one? It's like, oh my God.
Why would she kill the cat?
I don't know. I've been watching the whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing, and my head is just like, what'd she do with those cats? I'm just on high alert about everything.
Yeah.
My Uber driver was weird. I was freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, he's a serial killer. Just cause
imagine if Jeffrey Dahmer could be an Uber.
He could have been if it was this day and age. Think about that. Like, you have just the Uber app has no qualifications really besides you gotta have
do a
your car.
check. There's stuff you gotta do.
Your car gotta be straight. You gotta have
Carmen, I've done it. There's a background check.
But
the whole thing.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
You do a background check on a person and he doesn't speak English, and you feel like he's a good fit to drive when he does not speak English?
Well, that's not an interview.
Oh my God! Then you don't know who you're.
Yeah, but then on the app they just say that they're hard of hearing, so don't talk to them.
Oh my, that's ridiculous.
You don't ever see that on the app? It says your driver's hard of hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's because they don't speak English.
And I've seen that on the app, and the guy was like, "I'm not deaf. What is that on there?"
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. All I know is there's too many variables, especially with the maps changing constantly, traffic, construction, all that stuff. So you got a person who don't speak English. He doesn't know where to go. He's going the wrong place, and you can't tell. Like, I'm just saying. Those Jeffrey Dahmers can get right into that Uber community. You don't know who's picking you up. It is kind of sketchy to be driving with random people.
Yeah.
So, as everybody know, that documentary came out, and Evan Peters is playing.
It's not a documentary.
It's a Netflix show. And Evan Peters from American Horror Story and many other things.
X-Men.
Is he?
Yeah, it's Quicksilver.
They said that he was like Michael's nephew on The Office too. He played in the episode of The Office.
Maybe.
But it's funny because I keep hearing people say, like, that guy who's playing Jeffrey Dahmer, he's going to win all of these awards. He's a great actor. I'm like, I've been a fan of his for so long. He's been a great actor. Like, why are you guys just now seeing, like, his talent? Like, a lot of people apparently didn't know him. Even people I've spoken to, anyways.
Right.
I've heard people, and even celebrities on the little like gossip blogs and like little podcasts I listen to. They're like, that kid that's playing him in that character, man, he's great. He's doing so good. And I'm like, y'all gotta put some respect on Evan Peters' name because I've liked him from.
So we watched the first episode of that.
Right.
Have you had enough? Or are you gonna watch the whole thing? Because we watched the one and then you haven't brought it up again.
I would like to watch it. It's just my schedule is just all over the place. I don't have.
And are we ever gonna finish Stranger Things?
Yes, we are, Kirk.
Okay.
I offered you to let's finish it, and you didn't want to finish it. And then when it comes,
it was already 8, and the last episode's 3 hours long, and I gotta get my sleep.
Kirk has to get his sleep.
That's right.
Well, now we are. Do you feel like we're getting more comfortable now?
Comfortable than what?
For the longest time, we couldn't sleep through the night. I was sick. I was snoring.
You're sick. You're snoring like crazy.
Yeah.
We've been able to deal. I feel like the past couple nights I've slept all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm just tossing and turning. I don't know what it is. I just can't.
It's something about I don't know. Some nights you go to bed and then you're just like you can't find that sweet spot.
Yeah.
You know, and I noticed that that's been happening more often, and I noticed it when we were in Maine too. Just like I can't find the spot that I want to be comfortable in.
Yeah, but then sometimes you can, and like
sometimes it's like right there, and then somebody comes in and they disrupt your spot.
Ooh, me?
Yeah. No, the other one.
I'm not disruptive. I just come in there and I just lay down. Kirk's always like, "Oh my God, you're taking up the whole bed," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I don't have no room."
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean?
I'll put my hand over there and there's like a whole foot on the other side of the bed, and then like I'm like right on the edge.
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe we gotta get a bigger bed. Maybe something. It's just a different setup than we had for all those years in Portland. So it's just an adjustment.
We had no other way to have our bed because our room was so small. One of the sides of the bed had to be against the wall.
Right.
And now we've got space on either end, so it's like you could basically like sleep on the wall.
Right.
Well, I could basically like sleep on the wall, but now I can't because I'll fall off.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't when we first got here before we got our bed and all of our furniture. I slept on the floor a few nights because
we had
because Kirk neck be hurting and like if you sleep on the floor,
my shoulders,
your neck will get all all messed up. So I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll sleep on the floor because I'm pretty simple. Like, just give me a pillow and a blanket and I'm good to go. I'm pretty simple with that. I don't need 17 pillows or any of that stuff to sleep comfortable. But then now that these crickets is a fucking problem, like, I know every state has their thing, but here we got crickets. I can't deal with jumping things. Oh my God, I'm having a panic attack every day.
People have questioned about your frog, which I imagine has a nice diet of crickets. And
so you think we should just let the frog live here?
You were gonna slap the frog. Is the frog okay?
Okay.
Did you do anything to this frog?
I told you what I did. I take the hanger and I swat him across the grass.
What do you mean you swat him across the grass?
Well, I had to get him off the doorstep. How am I supposed to come outside?
Okay.
He's not going to come inside. The frog is fine. I haven't seen him in a while, but I did see him like a week ago.
It's getting colder. It's probably.
So yeah, he's about to. I don't know where.
Do they hibernate?
Where do ghetto frogs go? And
hood frogs.
Yeah, where the little ghetto frogs that live in people's front grass go in the winter? I don't know where they go. And I think it's a toad, right? I can't remember which ones stay in the water, toads or frogs. I always forget one of them. But whatever this thing is, no, I didn't. I'm not gonna hurt a frog because you know how it feels to like squish a frog. You can feel the bones and like the juices.
No, I've never
and, like,
done that.
I'm saying like even bugs that are too big, I don't want to step on them because it feels nasty. Most of the time I don't step on any bugs. I take my shoe off and then I just go bam and I throw it at it. But yeah, the frog's fine. He's not annoying me as much right now. Yeah, is he eating crickets outside the door? Yeah, possibly. But they getting in from every direction. It's just, I mean, it's not like a horde of crickets, but it's just like every couple days one will pop out. And like, yeah, it's not like roaches or like pest, but it's kind of, right? I don't know. Crickets is something that exists everywhere, but it's just
we've seen 2 crickets in here. 3 crickets now.
3 crickets. I'm not used to
an infestation.
But I'm not used to being around crickets. I never seen no crickets in Portland. we had a lot of spiders, but
I had to catch the last one. They haven't been jumpers, but this last one was a jumper. It was bouncing all over the place. I looked like a fool trying to chase that.
See, we got a vacuum. I smash them and vacuum them right up. I can't do that. Then what's the other one? I knew what you were gonna do. The one before this one that you killed, I knew exactly what you're gonna do, and that's why whenever you kill a bug, I'm scared that you're gonna try to put it on me or chase me.
Why would I put it on you?
I'm already nervous about it because you like to play games. You like a little frat boy. You want to chase me around and do.
That's weird.
When people know somebody's scared of something, that's the perfect way to get at them. And I already know because I grew up with siblings and brothers, and I know what they
all I did was I caught the cricket and I put it outside.
Okay, so
that's not a bad thing.
I ran outside in the beginning. As soon as I tell him like get it, and then like I give you the tissue. And then I run outside real quick because I don't want to see what you. I don't want to be part of what you about to do.
Right. All I did was catch it and put it outside.
And then you know I'm outside smoking a cigarette, and then here you come with that cricket, and then you're gonna throw it out there with me, and I just ran out the door to get away from it.
But it's in its home.
So I had to smash that one.
Why?
Because now it's by me. Like you're gonna let it get back inside the house if you throw it out there?
It's not like a dog. It's not like I need to get back into that house. No, it just got in there randomly anyway.
Oh my God. I'm like, kill them, flush them down the toilet. They're just crickets.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm just not used to it. It's different every place you go.
You can leave those crickets be, Carmen.
I don't know. I feel like because we're so close to Michigan that the bugs and things like that would be similar. And then a girl at work was like, "Oh, crickets is nothing. They're everywhere." She was like, "Everybody has crickets, like, and stink bugs too." And I'm like, "What is that?" It's another one we got to worry about.
Right.
So I don't know what those are.
Right.
Gotta check.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so frustrating.
Right.
I mean, I suppose like if I suppose if you live in Florida in different places, like at your dad and Sarah's place, I go outside to smoke a cigarette, and I'm like terrified. I'd be so scared when we're at their place, and I go outside. But even if I'm outside with you, you think it's funny, but it's little lizards. They're just jumping everywhere. It's like, oh my God, how y'all live with all these lizards? I should have asked them. I wonder if I never seen one, but I wonder if they get lizards in their house.
Right.
I would assume they do, because in Arizona, I got a little gecko in my house, and then it blended into the carpet, and I was stuck with it, and I didn't know where it went.
Oh, no.
I was like, I got to get out of here.
You're like, is that carpet or is that the gecko?
Oh, I was like, already at that point, I was like, it's time for me to jump ship, because I can't live in here with no gecko and no wolf spider.
Right.
So, I don't know. Different places have different things.
That's right.
You just have to adjust, I guess. They say people adapt.
Yeah.
I have a hard time adapting sometimes.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Just takes time.
Yeah. Well, and I have you. So that's the biggest thing. You're a guy, so the guys are supposed to deal with that type of stuff. Don't you think?
No. This is equality around here, Carmen.
I didn't ask for equality.
Okay.
Never asked for equality. So I got you. I think we talked about this, but I got you that Rubik's Cube.
A 4x4 Rubik's Cube.
24 block Rubik's Cube, I think.
That's what they call a 4x4.
Is it 24 blocks on it?
It's got more than 24.
That's what I'm saying. It's a 4. Okay, it's like 16 on one side, right?
It's a 4x4 Rubik's Cube. That's how you say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he got a 4x4 Rubik's Cube, the one with the extra squares.
Right.
For people who don't know. And I'm surprised you haven't been able to get it yet.
I haven't gotten it yet. I know how to do it. The problem is because of the extra squares, there's certain algorithms you have to remember, because there are basically how you're supposed to solve it is you create the blocks as if it was a 3x3, which is the standard Rubik's Cube. You're supposed to create the blocks like that, but because there's extra ones, there are like 2 instances that won't happen on a 3x3. So you have to memorize the algorithm to create it into the correct spot, and I can't remember it. And I watched a video of this guy do it, and he's so fast with his finger tricks. Like he can like flip the block all the way through. They've got like special so the brand Rubik's Cube is a lot of professional cubers. They say that they're the worst.
What, the bigger ones?
No, the Rubik's brand.
Okay.
Are the worst kind of cube, because they have other ones that are different brands that are better,
easier to spin,
and all that. And so you watch this video of this guy, and he's like, and then you do this, and then it's all done. And like the formulas are different. It's gonna take me some time to figure
It's
out.
okay. That's why I got it for you. You got the first one. You were super excited about that first Rubik's Cube.
And then I tried to show you how to do it the other day, and then you said I was speaking French.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Rubik's Cube is
It's super easy though.
Obviously not. Obviously.
You just gotta learn how to do it.
Well, I don't know. I had many Rubik's Cubes growing up. And it's one of those toys you play with a little bit. You couldn't figure it out, and then you just throw it in the toy chest. So the Rubik's Cube got
if
thrown
you
in
do
the toy
figure
chest.
it out, then there you go.
And then after you figure it out, then where it go in the garbage, right?
No, then you just keep doing it.
Boy,
People like to use the timer. Like you said, it's kind of like a fidget toy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it makes sense. Them cubes are hard though.
Yeah.
So. What else you got?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email us at sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.